Corey Sorgas here. Future Watch with Ryan Wallace. Ryan made his debut on Road to the Title Season 2 in Power Slap. We know he has experience in slap fighting. We've seen the match go down. We're incredibly excited for this prospect and what he's going to do here in Power Slap. Ryan, how you doing, my man?
Hey, how's it going, Corey? Thanks for having me.
Absolutely, my man. Great to have you here. You know what? Being on the road to the title, one of the things that I love about it is it gives the athletes the opportunity to tell their story, to get in front of an audience that knows some of their background. Thought it was quite riveting to hear your story, where you came from, the massive weight loss that you did, how you got into it. Your personality was able to shine. Let's dig into that even more than the 60-second clip that we were able to see. But what makes you tick, my man? What's a day in the life of Ryan Wallace like?
Honestly, it's kid bound. I mean, I go to work. I usually work 9-10 hours a day. But my day starts with taking one of my children to school. It ends with tucking them in at night. And that's really just it. I mean, I go to work, sell cell phones, and then bust my butt there, come home, usually hit the gym either before all that or after it, and then keep training. Meet up with Dwayne when I can, when we can, because he works too, But yeah, that's pretty much what it is. The drive to keep going.
Awesome, man. So how much time are you spending right now, training, for Power Slap?
When it's go full force, when we know some things are going on, I'm in probably four times a week, and nothing too like over excessive. I mean, I'll do like an hour, hour and a half, just strength building, working those parts that are important for this sport, which is really good. I'm blessed again to have the knowledge built upon me by several fighters into the sport and people that have welcomed me with open arms. Dwayne obviously being a big part of that as well.
Yeah, absolutely, my man. So you fought Soren Kamsa at light heavyweight. You came in, around that 200-pound mark. So you were well under the cap. I seen a post for you recently talking about making the drive to 185. I personally think that's a smart move. What are you doing to get down to that weight cap?
Yeah, and that's another thing too. Like, obviously, I know coming into that, I know how the whole weight. I know about weight bullying, and I know everything I was coming into. Obviously, there's things that probably in and out, but coming in, I actually landed about 190 pounds. Okay. So I had to put weight on for that fight to even be able to fight there. Again, 185 was always kind of where my mind was, but just like they say, I mean, I was almost 300 pounds, so the biggest challenge for me, learning it is awesome, the sport and everything, but the biggest challenge was learning my body, because I mean, the weight come off me like that. Now it's like, okay, I know that I can walk around comfortably at 200 and then build myself up from there. Okay, it's fight time. Okay, now let's put the right drive and determination into get into the weight at a safe, healthy way. So yeah, I know all about that. I plan on, I mean, at the end of the day, I'm going wherever they want, because, I'm here for, I'm here for whatever, but, I really feel comfortable at the way that 185 division looks right now. And where I can take it for sure.
What gives you that confidence? What is stemming inside of you to have that confidence, motivation, the drive, to keep on going here, drop down to 185 and try to make some noise?
It's the fan. Honestly, a big of it is having that fan and still living that surreal moment. Like, I don't come from much. No one in my family ever caught a break. Nothing like that. But we've seen reality shows. We're fans of all this. So to actually be able to get that call, to have this life-changing moment, it's a once in a lifetime opportunity that I've never been granted with. The last thing I'm going to do is fumble it.
Absolutely. Let's talk a little bit, because I know you had some previous experience with another slap fighting organization. How does it compare competing there versus with Power Slap?
You can definitely see the difference in level of backing, from production to the way things are set up, to filming, all that. I mean, it's you can tell Power Slap's top tier to none. There's no comparing that. And then building up a story. They definitely know how to build our stories and make their fighters, stand out. It's nice to be able to represent yourself as well and be allowed to do that.
Awesome, man. Let's get into your match, man. I want to get your interpretation. I know you were able to watch it, but let's talk through, the entire match. So right off the top, you have a significant slap score advantage, over Kamsa. You guys are relatively same in the metrics, otherwise. You agree?
Absolutely. And I know, before all this even happens, I knew about Serene. I knew what he was coming in. I well aware of the level of competition standing across from me and respectfully.
Yeah. Talk us through your setup here.
So my mindset here is lining up and just making sure that putting everything that I've done to the task. I mean, my mindset is this is my first slap to the world. I want to make that pop, and to an individual who's never been stumbled before.
Absolutely. I can say there's definitely reminiscence of Dwayne Crespo over that wind up.
Oh, absolutely.
Through and through.
100%. I even told Jason Herzog going up, I said, hey, just so you know, I got that quick wind up, because God forbid I didn't want any, wind up fouls or anything like that.
Mm-hmm. One thing I give you a ton of credit for is I think your placement in this match was incredible. I think he hit him, right on the button where you should. I actually, I'm not sure if you watched the final slap, but Ding and myself talked about this last night. The way that you lined up and the way that you actually molded, we actually thought was quite unique, that your tattoo almost molds to the jawline in a way to help you line up.
So it's funny that I actually did hear you guys say that, and my tattoo artist and I actually worked on that. Not to kind of do all that, but as far as the lineup and everything, and placement on my hand, I absolutely do. I mean, I don't believe it is anything like that, but I do use it as a guide. 100%. He nailed that on the head. I do use it as a guide to place my hand there.
Awesome. Let's talk through this first one here.
So this first strike, now, mind you, first strike of my life. I've never been hit in my head in my life. Fights, I'm quick enough to move. So this is the first strike I've ever taken in my life. I was ready for it. Again, bracing, rewatching it. My stance is definitely something I want to work on. Coming into this match, though, I knew that my offense was there. Defense was something I wanted to focus on, just knowledgeable wise. And I also knew that as long as I kept it clean, I had a really, really good advantage in this fight. I do know overseas they're allowed to step, hold the table, things like that, which I felt definitely played a favor in mine as long as I could keep it clean. And even to this point, I believe I'm winning. I win round 1, 10-8, easy.
Yeah. On a scale of 1 to 10, how hard was that first slap? I know it was your first one, but did you seem to get back into it right away?
Yeah. So that's the crazy thing. Even in practice, like we were hitting each other's with a noodle, and my ear was ringing. It almost shocked me because when he hit me, my ear didn't ring. I was still there. My whole headspace was there. That's why I wanted to tell everybody, everyone, coach jumped up onto the stage, check and make sure. I was like, no, I'm good. Like, I'm here. I didn't want any sort of any questions. Like, is he rocked or not? Because I wasn't. And I wanted to win in every angle of that round.
That second round strike, how did you feel about that one?
So coming up there, I actually, my mind told me right on 2, because I wanted to throw him off. Maybe the moment, obviously, just getting slapped or whatever it was, I said 3. So going up there, getting him on that, he was able to time it real well, clinch, brace for the impact, and ate it like he should have. This strike, on the other hand, This one stings a little bit because I'm actually made to place my head at a different angle than the first shot. So I believe that if I maybe was able to hold my head at the angle I took the first shot, maybe the outcome was, maybe we could have had another round. But I'm not taking anything away from him either. That was a clean slap. He didn't club. He hit the spot that he was supposed to. And if anything in that sport, I definitely respect a clean fighter.
Absolutely. I mean, obviously, it didn't end the way that you wanted to. You know, your debut. You know, looking at it, would you have changed anything differently, like just off the top of your head, that you think could have changed that outcome for you?
Other than the going on too, I wish my I wish my that would actually would have came, because I really seen up there. He wasn't ready. He wasn't timing, like the first shot he didn't time right. So by going
Mhm.
on three,
Sorry, guys, we had a little bit of technical difficulties there, but we got Ryan back. Ryan, you back, my man?
yeah, what's up?
Awesome, man. You know what? Before we got cut off, you know what? Very good conversation. I actually want to give you some credit, man. I think you know, the intellect that you have, the student you seem to be, and how serious you're taking this, I think will serve you very well. You know, into the future. You know, getting that experience there, going up against Serene. Um, you know, we talked a little bit about you know, your placement and stuff, but what are you working on right now? So the next time the opportunity comes, you're able to show up and show out.
Uh, Honestly, I'm building, obviously strengthening the areas that need to be, but still focusing on the technique part. But we are going to be working a lot on the defensive side of it, the most that we can, obviously.
Mhm.
So the biggest thing though is all respect to Serene. Definitely getting that match as the first one. I
Mhm.
believe at this point, I mean, it's like getting the hard one out of the way.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
They can't be any harder from here, and I can, I have proven that I can take a hit from a really strong competitor as well. So
Yeah. What's your social media been like since the fight dropped? Have your friends, family, people you haven't heard in a while reach out to you? Are you seeing the numbers of followers grow and stuff like that?
yeah, absolutely. As soon as Power Slap hit that, put me up on their story, I started getting follows, all that stuff. My first fan actually reached out to me, asked for a piece of signed memorabilia, which that was awesome. I'm working up something cool for him. I'm gonna
Yeah.
get that mailed out to him. So, which again, that I actually made a post before any of this even happened. The money, all that stuff is cool, but for someone like myself, just having that fan,
Mhm.
because that's what I started as. That was pretty cool to get a message like that for sure.
Awesome, man. When you were fanboying out, who was it?
Uh Jeez. So honestly, even still to this day, Frank the Tank. So legendary slap fighter himself. He uh, he talks to me almost every single day, actually. So, but to this day, him. You when you're looking things up, you see. Before obviously Power Slap grew to what it was, but even he played a role in that as well. So, but yeah, I looked at a lot of his things for sure.
Awesome, man. You know, I mean, you seem like a very eclectic kind of guy. You seem like you got a bit of you know, artsy personality to you. I mean, you've got your own shirt already. You got the tattoos on your hand. You know, like, what do you do outside of slap fighting? Like, what's your job? And I mean, it seems like you have something creative about you because you seem to be able to apply it to, you know, multiple different textiles and canvases and stuff like that.
Yeah, no, first of all, I appreciate that. So I'm a salesman.
Okay.
I sell cell phones. I run 3 stores. I have my, employees in my Miami's and everything like that. Some of them actually happen to be my best friends. So I've always had a way with words growing up. My parents and everyone was always said I had like the gift of gab,
Mhm.
So I always knew how to talk. And then as far as like the shirts and myself, I truly believe if you're gonna do something and you're passionate about it, do it
Mhm.
100%. Don't do it a little bit. If you are second guessing it in any way, shape, or form, like I said in my interview, when I'm
Mhm.
going in, I'm diving head first, full throttle. So that's what it is.
Yeah, yeah,
Tattoo,
yeah.
this and that. So
Yeah. So I mean
it's
that
cool.
the Joker slap seems to be a persona or a brand that you're trying to build out. Like, are you cognitively doing that? Like when you started, did you have this pre-planned?
No, actually, the name was. me and the wife just kind of spitballed a bunch of names, and then the Joker one kind of flowed the best. And then there were
Mhm.
so many ways that I could use it. You know,
Mhm.
I am that. I was always the class clown in school. You know, so there's the funny side.
Mhm.
Even in parties and gatherings around the family and everything, I'm always that person that's got everyone laughing. If they're, I even sell that way. You know, if I got someone laughing, I got you. You know what I'm saying? It's like if I can get you to
Yeah.
laugh with me, we're good. So that's always kind of just been the way that I am on the funny side. And then on
Mhm.
the serious thing, right? Like Joker himself
Mhm.
in the character Joker, he does, whether it's right, wrong, he'll do whatever he needs to do to get the job done. And that's been my mentality my entire life, whether it be, you know, being a father at 16,
Mhm.
working all the time. I mean, 60 plus hours now that I put into work, plus, you know, trying to train and do all this. Hopefully one day I'll be able to, you know, slap fight or power slap goes right off, and I ain't got to worry about working as much. But
Mhm.
we'll see if that ever happens and when it does.
Awesome, man. No, I mean, that's great to hear. You know, I don't want to give away anything else on the show, but you know, that phone rings, Erica gives you a call. She says a name on that phone. How quickly is it going to take for you to say yes, and how ecstatic and elated will you be?
First of all, that phone rings, Erica. I'm loving it, and she won't even get the first three letters of the individual's name out. Yeah, sign it. I don't care. I don't care the division. You know, ironic. I mean, I would ideally like to run up through the 185 division. I mean, I feel quickest title run
Mhm.
opportunity there. But I'm not saying no to anybody. So the phone's on.
Yeah, I mean, do you have a dream matchup of somebody that you'd like to get next? You think in that 185?
185.
Yeah.
Honestly, after watching the episode, yeah, Eddie can get some,
Okay.
just because it's you bring a lot of energy behind the camera, you know,
Mhm.
in a dark room with one other person. But when everyone was standing there, the energy was different.
Okay. So Eddie's the guy you want, the fellow Canadian.
Yeah, if he if there's anything left of him
Okay.
after a friend of mine gets done with him.
Okay. Awesome. Dropped a little bit of foresight there without giving anything away.
There you go.
So awesome, man. You know, I appreciate you joining me. But since this is the first time on Future Watch that you're here, I want you to do two things for me. One, drop your social handles, and two, give thanks to anybody that helped get you here today.
First of all, you can follow me on Instagram at Joker_slap. Pretty easy. And as for thanks, I mean, there's a list of so many people, but first and foremost, Dana, Erica, Dwayne, my wife. She, you know, none of this is possible without her. Obviously, holding all the troops down. Again, the list could go on. I thank Corey for giving me the opportunity to get on here. I followed you guys. You know, I feel from the beginning. I've been watching all three of you guys. So it's an honor to be on here, and then honestly to Sareem, you know, and to anybody else that any of my future opponents, because I know how crazy it is up there, and just to say yes is takes a lot.
Awesome, man. I appreciate you joining me here, Ryan. This Future Watch with Ryan Wallace, Joker Slap. I'm Corey Sweargos, your host. If you're not doing so already on YouTube, please hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and leave a comment in the comment section below. If you have any comments or questions for Ryan, leave them there below. I'm sure he'll be scouring our comments, and we'll get back to you on it. If not, we'll ask them to him in a future episode. Take care, my
Hey,
man.
take care, Corey. Thanks, guys. Follow them. They're awesome.